Welcome back to this Moneycontrol live stream. You're watching Closing Bell with me, Nandita Khemka.
And I'm Yatin Mota.
Well, Yatin, another record today. 22,187 is the new record. And of course, in no way have we seen the end of this bull run. Even the experts that, our network has spoken to have said that there is more legs to this rally. Even the mid and small cap indices were moving in tandem with the benchmarks, even though the Midcap Index is still some time away from its record level. This at a time when the Nifty Bank Index has been underperforming, Yatin. That index is still somewhere around 2,000 points away from its fresh record, right? But look at the market cap of BSE-listed companies. They've hit 390 lakh crore rupees. In fact, 7 Nifty stocks have hit a fresh high today, and the Nifty gainers since the 2nd of Feb, when we last hit a record high, are the names like BPCL, SBI, Coal India. So a lot of these PSU names. Aside of that, Wipro, M&M, Bajaj Auto, these are some of the gainers of this leg of the run. Aside of that, in today's session as well, the advanced decline ratio was nearly at 2:1, but the volatility index has also jumped over 5%. Yeah, I think that's one point to note. And if you look at today's session, FMCG, Pharma and oil and gas, these were the sectoral gainers. On the flip side, you had IT pack not doing all that well, and so is the case for PSU banks and realty indices. These were among the top sectoral laggards. But on the gaining front today, we had Grasim, Bajaj Twins, Bajaj Finance, Bajaj Finserv, Bajaj Auto as well, Airtel, ICICI Bank, Cipla. These were some of the top gainers. On the flip side, Coal India, this was the top Nifty loser. I think there was some bit of news flow in the second half of the session, Yatin. Reacting to that, Wipro, L&T and life insurers like SBI Life, HDFC Life not doing well, and Moto Corp also cooling off a bit, after hitting record highs. But Yatin, MRPL from the broader end of the markets, Yatin, every time I see last few sessions, double-digit gains coming in there, Yatin.
In fact, in a very short period of time, say 1 or 2 weeks, the stock has moved 60% higher. So strong moves coming in for MRPL. Today also we had stocks like JBM Auto flying by nearly 18%, CRISIL gained 10%, Novartis gained 10%, Alkaline Chemicals, that stock gained nearly 8.5–9%. On the losing side, after block deals, the stock of Yes Bank fell nearly 4.5%. Motilal Oswal fell 4.5%. Coal India, Nandita, and the news here was that the chairman said that they will not be able to meet the full year target of production, which was 780 million tons. Instead of that, they will be doing close to 770 million tons in FY24. Most importantly, not because of this, but because of the e-auction premiums contracting significantly from 3-digit, that premiumization is nearly 2-digit. So, the fall in the e-auction premiums is probably the reason why, the shares of Coal India fell by nearly 4.5%.
Yeah, of course, 4% down, and a top Nifty loser, Yatin. Second half, of course, it reacted to the news flow, and we saw what happened with the stock. But Yatin, on that note, let's take a look at some of the stocks that are on our radar. Clearly it has to be PB Fintech.
Yes.
Given the fact that the stock ended higher by 7%. Its arm, Policy Bazaar Insurance Brokers, has got the in principle nod from IRDAI, to upgrade its license from direct insurance broker to composite insurance broker. What this means is that it will be entering into the reinsurance business as well, and it will enable the company to deepen its insurance penetration as well. It will be able to diversify into risk management, manage claims data, and what exactly reinsurance is. Let me tell you, reinsurance is basically something that allows an insurer to purchase coverage from another firm to protect itself from the overwhelming claims by customers, right? So that is one area where PB Fintech was not present, but now it will be present in that. And reinsurance broking is, an asset-light business and highly profitable one at that, Yatin. If you look at some of the major players in the reinsurance sector, it is dominated by global giants, such as Warren Buffett's Berkshire Hathaway, as well as, if you look at the Indian player, it's GICRE. That is the player, right? But, on the back of this news flow, even Citi has, come out with a positive report on PB Fintech. It has a buy rating, target price of 1,150 rupees per share, which implies an upside of somewhere around 16.5% to yesterday's or Friday's close price. In fact, Citi has said that the domain understanding, the rich customer data, as well as robust data analytics engine will place the company in a sweet spot and within the reinsurance broking industry. And this foray is also likely to drive product innovation, market share gains, as well as additional revenue streams for the company. Citi, of course, expects the company to witness a multi-fold increase in market share in existing businesses as well. Now, remember the company had reported its maiden profits in third quarter. In fact, the stock, Yatin, if you look at it on a one-year basis, it has really, in fact, doubled
yes.
and 26% kind of gains on a YTD basis. Also, if you look at the domestic mutual funds, they have been lapping up shares and they have increased their stake in the December quarter. So, looks like this puts PB Fintech in an upward trajectory going forward, the foray into the reinsurance business.
Absolutely, and the shares in fact managed to close almost near the day's high at 1,000 rupees. Good move coming in for PB Fintech. Let's talk about MCX, and that stock has been under a lot of controversy despite the fact that there have been ups and downs in the company's history, especially to do with the new transition wherein TCS is their new technology partner, and there were some trading glitches. The shares of MCX still have been trading at record levels. Now, if you look at UBS today, they have a buy call on MCX. Their target is 4,300. They have raised it from the level of 3,000 rupees. Now, the new product launches as well as the new platform enables MCX to launch new products because of which the stock has been gaining some bit of traction, and a lot of brokerages seem to be bullish on this one, Nandita.
Yeah, Yatin, I think in fact, however, valuations I think has been flagged as the brokerage that by the foreign brokerage that they are a little expensive at 40 times 1 year forward, right? But of course, they also say that the valuations are justified on the strong growth outlook. But aside of that, the second stock that is on my radar today is Quess Corp, rallying 8% in today's session. In fact, investors have cheered the three-way demerger plan. Now, the company will be splitting into three separate firms to unlock value for shareholders. It will result in three separate listed companies, Quess Corp, Digitude Solutions and Blue Spring Enterprises, right? Quess Corp will, according to the plan, the Quess Corp arm will remain into workforce management. You have Digitude Solutions that will hold the business process management, insurtech as well as human resource outsourcing businesses. Blue Spring Enterprises, on the other hand, will work in facility management, industrial services as well as investments. Shareholders, of course, will be getting one share in each entity for every one share held in Quess Corp. And the demerger is expected to take at least 12 to 15 months to secure all the regulatory clearances. The company, in fact, so far has been operating under four business verticals of workforce management, global technology solutions, operating asset management, and product-led businesses. And the management, in an interaction with CNBC, has told that the company has achieved scale in each platform, and they are strategically, operationally, as well as financially positioned to become independent companies. And it will also provide shareholders with the benefit of clarity in each of the three business verticals. And of course, its workforce management business stands to benefit significantly from these changes. Of course, if you look at the share price movement over the last 1 year, the stock is up 45%, and mutual funds here as well have been increasing their stake in the last quarter, Yatin. So, Quess Corp, on the back of value unlocking plan, has rallied quite a bit and looks like, it will provide more clarity to shareholders and unlock more value going forward.
Absolutely. And Nandita, if you look at Quess Corp, they have been doing well post the IPO. Obviously, there was a period when the stock was slightly subdued. But I think with this three-way demerger, which is almost in the ratio 1:1:1, there could be some further unlocking for the shareholders. And hence, probably the shares started 13-14% higher, ended the day about 8%.
Well, those were the stocks on our radar then this afternoon. But of course, we are at record highs. In fact, we've hit a fresh record high. Whether or not we manage to maintain this momentum this week is something we'll be watching out for. But of course, it's a good bye from me and Yatin now. Do come back and join us tomorrow morning at 8:30 a.m. Till then, you stay tuned to Moneycontrol for all your other news and updates.